Hello and welcome on to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the first of a best of 3, and yes, you can see from the observers' names this is going to be from the WCA. More specifically, this is going to be Group A of WCA's China qualifiers. Usually, or like last time, when I did WCA 2014, I started off with an introductory video. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna cast some games first, mainly because I haven't casted in a while, so I might as well get that out there instead of, spend too much time on the introductory video, which is just there for, some people. It's not there for everyone, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I have enough time to do that after I've actually gone, real videos out of the way. So this is going to be on the map Last Refuge here. Yeah, Last Refuge. Almost Ancient Isles in my opinion, except reversed. But we have an undead player by the name of XiaoKai. He has been playing for a very long time. He has participated in a fair amount of tournaments in the past years. Ifeng Cup comes to mind, even though I've never casted Ifeng. I've watched Crota cast that particular tournament occasionally. He also played in the Razor Cups, and yeah, hopefully there should be more, but only those two come to mind. And of course that'll pretty much be the same description that I give for pretty much most of the players in Group A anyway. I have actually never personally casted either of these two players. XiaoKai spawning in as the light blue undead going for a DK first, and Romantic will be spawning in as the purple human player on the top right. Pretty much the same bio of of XiaoKai. I haven't actually casted Romantic at all. I think Romantic is probably the one of those ones that I wanted to cast but just couldn't find the right game to. So yeah, definitely pleased that Romantic is in the qualifiers of WCA, because I spent quite a bit of time this year on WCA, in fact the past 6 months, and hopefully I can be a little quicker on this one, especially since it's still ongoing. I don't actually have any of the Group D replays, so maybe that'll be played today. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch it on stream, if there's a stream at all. I'm not sure if Back to Warcraft is doing this. Yeah. Anyway, so it's gonna be a pretty standard start for the most part, except Romantic did go for a Mountain King. I guess that's substandard right now. Crypt Fiend start for XiaoKai. Yeah, when I rewatched Crota's videos to get a sense on the tendencies of these two players, they just kind of play ordinaries, just standard, nothing fancy or wacky, and that's fine by me, honestly. Yeah, well, maybe fine by me, maybe middle ground, honestly. Every time we do have something go like really weird, it's weird but it doesn't work, and that might not satisfy people. Ton of experience going to be picked up by XiaoKai's Death Knight, which pretty lucky on his part actually. Having a Death Knight reach that high of a level so soon is definitely not normal, or yeah, something like that. I don't know what the Mountain King sold. I honestly mistook him for selling Boots of Speed to purchase another Boots of Speed. That might be mistaken there. Maybe you guys can just go back and see what he actually did sell. Mountain King is going to get level 3 thanks to the what is it? Long distance creeping, that's what it was called. Yikes. I haven't casted in a while. Mountain King, what is he gonna do? He is actually just going to YOLO it against that Death Knight. Who cares about those spiders? Just maybe force an early TB scroll out of this Death Knight. Halls of the Dead has yet to be completed, but we do have an Nerubian Tower. But will that be enough? Will the Death Knight be forced to go for that TB scroll? Mountain King can wait. but he is not gonna risk it. Okay. Um, yeah. Romantic could have gone and done two things. He could have like uh, waited out for his Stormbolt cooldown and then just tossed it there and trade TP scrolls that way. But he went for the more preservative route, which was just TP staff out. No loss done from either players. Basically, this Mountain King, if you want to look at it optimistically, he pretty much prevented any sort of attempt in delaying this expand. The Arcane Tower is nearly done, so skeletons won't be a big problem at all. The only way for that expand to fall now is for XiaoKai to like 100% dedicate himself to destroying that expand, which probably won't happen as we have a big fight in the middle here. Death Coil and Stormbolt being traded at the between these two heroes. Death Knight is gonna get the winning edge here, as he was able to toss out a Death Coil before, you know, the Mountain King gets his own Stormbolt off. So yeah, pretty lucky there, honestly. It could have gone definitely either way, but with the Mountain King retreating, pretty much the other units will have to retreat on Romantic's side. Okay, Town Hall has been completed, so expansion's pretty much secured. This will tend to be, you know, such a dodgy situation for an undead player to find himself in, because, well, you never want a human to have an expand. Plus, undead, like, eventually undead will be overpowered, or something like that, overpowered by the human, because rifle casters as well as spellbreakers is just, it's like, what can you do? Mass Crypt Fiends, not really ideal, because spellbreakers, you know, do very well against those guys anyway. Destroyers, not really, because, well, their spellbreakers are immune, so it's kind of an awkward situation for an undead to be in. Alright, just some mediocre harassment. We are going to have a sacrificial skull being placed down over here, so it does seem like XiaoKai wants to be dabbling around this side of the map for a fairly long time. Or not, he could just move elsewhere. He does have the Lich, so Nova Coil combo is pretty much there, as long as the Death Knight doesn't, you know, get killed off himself. We do have a Death Coil onto the Mountain King. We do have another Stormbolt, which will be denied thanks to that TP scroll. So this time, the Mountain King is going to win this out. Yeah, Crypt Fiend maybe a little too late there. He was very eager to escape with his buddies, but yeah, a second too late there. So what XiaoKai needs to do is maybe get a quick tier 3 and just destroy this expand. But he hasn't started yet, and it doesn't seem like he is going to now. This is probably just going to be the tier 2 Mass Crypt Fiends double statue comp here. So Destroyer is probably not going to actually be in this game at all, or at least for a while. Stormbolt to the face of the Crypt Fiend. We will have Burrow pretty much doing nothing, as we do have a Sentry Ward placed down by Romantic. He actually has quite a few Sentry Wards, honestly. I mean, he's got one here. Oh no, that's XiaoKai's. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said. That would actually make sense, because XiaoKai killed one of Romantic's wards earlier, and yeah, I guess, oh, that does make sense now. XiaoKai used his Sentry Ward to kill Romantic Sentry Ward, so yep, basically I was talking about nothing. Nice pick off there with the Troll Berserker, but of course the siege must go on. Romantic, is he going for tier 2? Yes, he is. Now he's just gotta pretty much wait it out. I don't know what he's gonna go for a second. Paladin maybe a Blood Mage, who knows. I think Archmage it's not that reliable in this circumstance, because Yeah, XiaoKai's playing really aggressively. I don't think he can actually afford to go for an Archmage. But that's just my opinion. I mean, like, at the same time, you can think, well, Destroyer's not going to be a factor at all, so Elementals could maybe be, like, a contributing factor, but I still don't think Elementals will be enough against XiaoKai's continued aggression. Not going tier 3 has allowed him to commit his resources into just making a stronger army. Stormbolt will be able to kill off that burrowed Griffin there. Bit unfortunate. Alright, level 2. Not sure how useful that is going to be. Dark Ritual's not particularly an ideal ability to have because you don't want to actually kill off your own units. And I guess it's just gonna be ice, frost armor here. Just counteract those Mountain King and Footman. Alright, Meat Wagon number 1 is out, so hopefully we'll be able to deal reasonable amount of damage, maybe finish off this town hall, but since Romantic has so many peasants out, I doubt it's gonna actually drop. Yeah, the Frost Novas will have to do its job. Kind of. Yeah, probably good Frost Nova, honestly. Couldn't get any better than that, but yeah. It's still gonna take a while. Maybe a second Meat Wagon has to come out for XiaoKai to actually even have the hopes of destroying this one. Maybe. Well, he might get it, but Romantic does seem like he wants to go for either a base race or just a flank. It seems like the flank is coming for him. Right. Deathcore will be used to take down one of those peasants. And here we go with a flank here from Romantic. He's also bringing on a lot of militia as well, hopefully to try and push this out. XiaoKai doesn't actually have any TP scrolls, so it's do or die right here for him. And he is focusing down maybe a little too heavily here. I mean, the focus fire is great on both sides, but I might say I would say it's better on Romantic side because there's so many things to focus Romantic's army because he has so many small guys here, and XiaoKai has so many like medium to big size guys. Yeah, whatever. So Romantic able to push this assault off for a little longer. Tier 2 should be done, which it is, and we're gonna have a Blood Mage coming out for the Mountain King, acting as pretty much a mana battery. Not mana barrier. Meat Wagon, it's being chased down by the Mountain King, who is at level 5. That is a devastating number to actually face a Mountain King at. Definitely level 6 should start to haunt XiaoKai's mind here. But Mountain King, he has plenty of mana to keep tossing these out. He actually went after an Acolyte, which is pretty surprising, but well, whatever you can get at this point, I guess. Footmen, I guess they're pretty much just eating as much damage as possible. XiaoKai able to get that level 3 Lich. So level 2 Frost Nova, that's once again another power spike for the Lich. Arcane Vault is going to be taken out. We are going to have the Blood Mage popping up here. I'm not sure which ability he got out first. Potentially Banish. Like the Banish Stormbolt combo is definitely real. We just have to see. There we go with the Banish, and that well, actually one-shots Crypt Fiends. I guess the Banish first is definitely understandable because the Mountain King's already reached his highest power spike with his Stormbolt. That Banish is actually a worthwhile ability to take. The only problem is that Banish can be rectified by a Burrow. I don't think. Yeah, yeah, pretty much can. Since like you get banished and then you burrow. It's not like you can Stormbolt at the same time. He needs detection at this point. But yeah, the mentality of Romantic is pretty much kill as many Crypt Fiends as possible with this combo and get yourself Mana Siphon at level 2. There we go, another banish, but then like Crypt Fiends just go into burrow state. This is not, it's not easy for Romantic to actually deal with. I mean, we have like double meat wagons finally out. Triple meat wagons actually sieging at this town hall, which will fall, I believe, and one more volley. Blood Mage still hasn't really gotten any targets here. XiaoKai, oh, there we go. Banish just removed thanks to just unburrowing. Acolyte will be taken down by a Stormbolt, but pretty much all the mana that the Mountain King has needs to be used on a worthwhile target. We have Spellbreakers out for for Romantic, and it does seem like XiaoKai wants to retreat. He should maybe focus one of these two heroes. Alright, final meat wagon will be taken out, which I guess is a bit of a problem, but finally the Blood Mage has been sniped. So not much pressure can actually be dealt with by the Mountain King, and we have Banshees out. Banshees are going to be used to pretty much give that green bubble to, you know, just counteract the magic damage that is dealt by the Stormbolt. Ideally that would happen, but I mean XiaoKai didn't do it, so yeah, that I don't know what happened there. That just made me look a lot more foolish than ever. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know who could potentially. I mean, I would say XiaoKai is currently ahead. He's like, he has an advantage over Romantic, but Romantic, like, it could easily turn bad for him. There we go with another Stormbolt to take down a Crypt Fiend. The Blood Mage didn't get the experience, I don't think, because he was far away, but like he's kind of close to level 2. If he gets Mana Siphon, I think that's just it. Stormbolt to take down the Banshee once again, preventing her from actually casting the anti-magic shell. We have Zigguros being placed down to maybe solidify the position of XiaoKai, but like Romantic, he has quite a bit of Spellbreakers now. This can be a bit of a problem. Do we have any more Crypt Fiends to banish Stormbolt combo? Level 2, okay. Big thing here. Let's see what this Blood Mage goes for. I doubt it's going to be Flame Strike. It is actually going to be Mana Siphon. That is such a huge problem for XiaoKai because he has no way to cancel that. He doesn't have a Dark Range's Silence, and I don't think any of the neutral heroes stuns aside from the Goblin Tinkerer. Alright, level 5 for the Death Knight, so he's reached his highest point as well. But, like, the MK Blood Mage combo is, I don't know, I want to say this could be enough. Stormbolt to the face of the Death Knight. I'm trying to remember if Banish actually applies to heroes as well. I'm pretty sure it does. There we go with the Stormbolt to the face. So that's pretty much what Banish actually does. Like that amount of margin, it pretty much makes up for that. I guess I haven't actually described Banish in a pretty good state. So Banish basically means units can't be dealt or deal physical damage, but they can cast spells and receive magic damage, and they receive amplified magic damage. So it's very weird. Imagine like the ethereal form of the Spirit Walker. We have a surround on the Lich of XiaoKai, and there we go with the Stormbolt to the face. Pretty much the name of the game here for Romantic. That turned like very suddenly, and yeah, I think it was to be expected. Like I was talking about this for the past like 4 minutes maybe of the Blood Mage. As he gets level 2, then the game's pretty much over. So, yep, there we go. Mountain Kings are fun at first picks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys again in game 2 of this best of 3.